In this video, we're going to talk about AWS Security Hub and how it helps you see your overall security posture in one single place. Traditionally, security operations involve multiple tools, dashboards, and log sources, which makes it hard to know what to fix first. Security Hub is designed to act like a single pane of glass for your AWS security findings. It is a central service that aggregates and prioritizes security findings from different AWS security and configuration services. Instead of checking each ad hoc information from place to place and service to service, Security Hub pulls their finding together and gives you a single unified view. Okay, let's see what services send their findings into Security Hub. The first one is Firewall Manager. In our previous videos, we briefly discussed what this service does. Firewall Manager is a central management service for things like AWS Network Firewall, AWS WAF, and AWS Shield. When you connect Firewall Manager to Security Hub, any issues it detects, like resources that are not protected by the right firewall policy or alerts related to DDoS attack, are pushed into Security Hub. Next, we have GuardDuty. AWS GuardDuty is a threat detection service that analyzes logs such as VPC flow logs, CloudTrail logs, and DNS logs to look for suspicious or unusual activity. For example, it might flag a strange IP repeatedly trying to talk to one of your instances, or an API call pattern that looks like someone is trying to break in. When GuardDuty finds something, it sends a finding to Security Hub. Then we have Amazon Inspector. Amazon Inspector scans your workloads for vulnerabilities and risky network exposure, like unpatched software or an EC2 instance with an open port that shouldn't be open. Amazon Inspector generates findings about these issues and sends them to Security Hub as well. Next, we have Amazon Macie. Macie looks inside your S3 buckets to identify sensitive data, such as PII or personally identifiable information, and if Macie discovers sensitive data is stored in a public bucket or in a place that it doesn't align with your policies, it creates a finding that flows into your Security Hub. Next up is Systems Manager. Systems Manager can evaluate your instances and other resources against specific compliance rules or configurations. For example, it can tell you if your servers are missing certain patches or if a configuration has drifted from your standards. After that, let's look at AWS Config. AWS Config continuously monitors the configuration of your AWS resources and checks them against the rules you define. For example, you might have a rule that says S3 buckets must not be publicly accessible. If AWS Config finds a resource that breaks the rule, it creates a finding that also appears in Security Hub. There is still a couple more key services that can feed into Security Hub, especially around access and overall account health. For example, there is IAM Access Analyzer. Access Analyzer helps you detect resources that are accessible from outside your account or that have broader access than you intended, such as an S3 bucket that can be accessed from another AWS account. And finally in this list, we have AWS Health. AWS Health gives you information about events and issues that might affect your AWS resources, such as a service degradation in a specific region that you're using. When integrated with Security Hub, health-related events that are relevant to your environment can also appear as finding. So now that we looked at the main services feeding into Security Hub, let's quickly recap what role Security Hub plays in your environment. The most important thing that you need to know is Security Hub doesn't replace these services. It brings their findings together and help you prioritize what to fix. It's a central place where security and compliance findings from multiple AWS services come together and helps you quickly see and improve your overall security posture. We quickly covered the AWS services that can push their findings into AWS Security Hub, including AWS Firewall Manager, which centrally manages and enforces firewall policies across accounts for services like WAF, Network Firewall, and Shield, and Amazon GuardDuty, which detects threats by analyzing logs such as VPC flow logs, CloudTrail logs, and DNS activity logs for suspicious behavior. Amazon Inspector, which scans workloads for software vulnerabilities and unintended network exposure. Amazon Macie, which discovers and classifies sensitive data in S3 such as PII and flags risky storage patterns. AWS Systems Manager, which checks instances and resources for patching, configuration compliance, and operational drift. AWS Config, which continuously tracks resources configuration and evaluates them against compliance rules. IAM Access Analyzer, which identifies resources that are accessible outside your account and have overly broad permissions. And finally, AWS Health, which provides alerts about AWS service events and issues that could impact your resources. All right, that's a wrap for this video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.